Enzo Fernandez, Jude Bellingham. I do have a few little things I want to mention about these two players today, but first, there's something that could happen tomorrow in Europe that could be linked to and affect the Liverpool sale. And I'm going to cover that first for you. So, tomorrow morning, the European Court of Justice is set to deliver its recommendations relating to the future of the European Super League. I don't have to go over what that was. You're all Liverpool fans. You all know what happened and how we brought it apart to, along with other things as well, fan power. But there was other things that happened as well to stop it from happening, basically. And we saw like the John Henry video at the end where he apologised, and apparently there's a bit at the end of the video which was edited out where he turned around and said that should keep him quiet. I've not seen it, I've just seen it going around a little bit, but just thought I'd mention it just there. So yeah, the European Court of Justice is going to deliver its recommendations first thing tomorrow morning, basically to see if it can go ahead or not. And the recommendations that they give tomorrow will then be kicked back to the Madrid court for a final ruling, which apparently in most cases, whatever the European Court of Justice say should happen, the court generally follows them recommendations, basically. So tomorrow could be very crucial because I think linking it into the sale of Liverpool Football Club, it could potentially increase the price of the club due to the possibility of the European Super League being allowed to form with potentially some different rules and some different things that would have to happen for it to be allowed to form. But if this is formed and if Liverpool are involved in it, it would generate more revenue, more wealth for the club. And also, in my honest opinion, guys, it could lead to the wrong people trying to get involved with Liverpool due to the possibility of being able to flip the club for an even higher price due to the European Super League. You got to think, like, if someone buys Liverpool now for 3.5, 4 billion, if the European Super League happens and we're in it for like a season or 2 seasons, the price of the club would go to 5, 6 billion, so they could then sell it to somebody else. Do you know what I mean? Like, make a quick profit. It's something to keep an eye on tomorrow morning, guys. Let's see what happens with it. Let's just see what happens, basically. I don't have anything else to say about it. Just watch out for tomorrow morning and see what gets said. Now, Enzo Fernandez. The reports from Argentina seem to have come from the reports in Spain that I went over about a week ago now, from the AS newspaper, where one of the journalists there basically said he would love for Enzo Fernandez to join Real Madrid, but he'd heard that Liverpool had a pre-agreement with him for 120 million euros or something. And the interesting piece about this is that River Plate must be legally informed of interest / bids in him due to the sell-on percentage they have when they sold him to Benfica. So they're owed something of any deal that becomes available. So they'd have to be notified of this happening. Now, apparently, these reports in Argentina are coming from River Plate, where they're basically saying that Liverpool are interested and we're going to be getting some sort of money for this. Now, I don't think we'll buy him in January, just because I do think that with Benfica having a season to play, and he is playing quite a pivotal role in their season, to be fair, in his first season there, they would want the full asking price up front of £103 million, 120 million euros. They'd want it up front, in cash, boom, you can have him. Whereas I think if we waited till the summer, we could potentially get some sort of deal that we did do with Darwin Núñez, where we paid 66 million for Núñez up front, and then with add-ons and success at the club, the deal could end up costing 100 million to us. And that could be something that we do with Enzo Fernandez, in my opinion. We've got the track record of doing this with Benfica. So it might be a case of, like, hypothetically, we go to Benfica in the summer and say, you can have 40, 50 million up front, and the rest will give you over the course of his contract, will give you over the course of success. You might get these little extra bit-ins, and it might end up being that we pay more than the 103 to make it a little bit more enticing for Benfica in the long run. But that is a way where I could see that deal going over in the summer. And this kind of ties into Jude Bellingham as well, because I don't think that Enzo Fernandez is an alternative to Jude Bellingham. I believe that Enzo Fernandez and Jude Bellingham could both be signed in the summer transfer window, not January, in the summer transfer window. I believe if we can structure the deal, as I just mentioned above, for Enzo, that would leave us a bit more money to play with and get the Jude Bellingham one over the line, because I do think that Bellingham we could potentially structure some sort of deal with Dortmund for Jude, but I think they'd be definitely asking for more up front than potentially Benfica would do, just due to like the English player tax, basically. But it's just something to mull over, that, guys, is the possibility that we could get Enzo and Jude in the summer. And, you know, we might get a midfielder in January. I, for one, have got my eye on Kudus and Amrabat. And if I was to pick one, I'd probably go with Kudus at the minute, just because he covers the front line as well. But that's where I'm thinking at the moment, guys, that Enzo and Jude both could come in the summer. It all depends. If we get new owners in, 100% we could definitely sign these two. Even depending on who the owners are, could just pay whatever the both clubs want up front and get it done. But I still think it's possible under FSG if the deals are structured the correct way. Now, the last little bit I want to cover in this video today is Jude Bellingham. Now, Marca, the heavily Real Madrid leaning paper in Spain, has reported that due to our links with Enzo, Madrid have basically taken a lead on us in trying to sign Jude Bellingham. I don't believe this to be true. I think this is just propaganda by the club to satisfy the Madrid fans. Something that like FSG do with Liverpool, where they're like, yeah, you know, we're in for this player. We tried, but we didn't get him. Do you know what I mean? I think it's something along them lines. And to be fair, after what happened with us in the summer, where we were this close to signing Tuchemane, if I'm led to believe, if what I've been told is true, we were this close. Like, Tuchemane visited the training facility, did all this. Klopp was on the phone to him, but then as soon as Madrid came in, boom, he were gone. So I would love it if we could sign Enzo and Jude over Madrid this summer coming, just for the Tuchemane thing. You know, that's just me being bitter. But anyway, guys, they're my thoughts of everything that I wanted to talk about today. There was nothing really to go over in a video for the news, but I did kind of say that I was going to do a news video every 2 days to keep the content going. So let me know down below, guys, what do you think about Enzo Fernandez and Jude Bellingham? Do you think it's possible we sign both? Do you think we get an additional midfielder in January? What's your thoughts on the European court? Are you interested in the Super League? I, for one, am not. Don't think we should do it. But if it came about, what are your thoughts, guys? Let me know down below. Give this video a like. And if you're new here, subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with everything that I've got going on. And I'll catch you in the next one.